Hi guys, happy Tuesday. I am feeling a little bit under the weather, so I was craving some soup and I thought I have about 15 minutes before I need to leave to go pick Allie up from school, and I'm gonna just whip up some soup using the blender. So I wasn't feeling very good and I started thinking, oh, I could order soup from someplace or have it delivered, or order it and pick it up and go get it, and decided that what I would spend on a bowl of soup, I could make my whole family soup for less than $15. So that is what I'm going to do, and this is one of my favorite recipes. I have shared this recipe with you before, the potato cheese soup recipe. It's super easy and it's one of my comfort foods, and I wanted to just show you how easy and quickly you can throw it together. So the first thing that you do is you're going to add in 2.5 cups of vegetable broth. When you use your Deluxe Cooking Blender, you always want to add the ingredients in the order that it's listed. The next thing is you're going to do 2 cups of potatoes. So I have my potatoes here. I'm not even peeling them. I just wash them with my veggie cloth from Norwex, which I love. It scrubs up my veggies nice and easy. Let me see if you guys can move you back a tiny bit. Maybe you can see better. There we go. And all I'm gonna do is cut my potatoes. Not even gonna peel them because I just don't even feel up to that today. So I'm peeling my potatoes, and I need about 2 cups of potatoes. This particular soup, I add chunks of ham, and I add cheese and dill too. So the ham you can put in at any time, but I like to add the ham in at the end after I've added in the cheese and the dill, and then let it sit and warm because it's already pre-cooked. I bought the ham that's diced and added in, and just kind of let it warm itself up because I want the chunks of the ham. I also have made this soup where I've taken the chunks of the soup taken and left a potato out and done it on the stove. And then that way, when the soup is all completely done, you can add in a cooked potato and your ham for some texture if you like the texture. If you really don't want to be bothered with all that, you can just as easily throw all the ingredients in together and then press soup, and it'll cook it up for you. So far, I have cut up 2 potatoes. It looks like it's going to be about 3 of the potatoes that I have. That's going to give me my 2 cups. Like I said, I didn't want to bother peeling it because I'm feeling under the weather, and the idea of cooking is not really something I want to do, which is why this recipe is completely perfect, not to mention it's my comfort food. So I have my 2 cups of potatoes that I'm adding in now, not peeled but washed, to my vegetable broth. The next thing that I'm going to add is an onion. This recipe calls for a small onion, so I'm going to use half of a large onion because I don't have a small onion. And I'm just going to cut it up real quick, throw it in there along with everything else. It doesn't have to be like super small chunks because your blender is going to take care of that for you. Next, I'm going to add a cup of carrots. So this recipe has the vegetable broth, the potatoes, a cup of carrots, my onion, and 4 tablespoons of butter, which I'm going to add next, and then a half a teaspoon of salt and 1/4 a teaspoon of pepper. So, which I need to grab my measuring spoons. Sorry about that. Like I said, this was I'm quickly not feeling good, want to throw something together, comfort food, way cheaper to make it for my whole family than to buy myself a bowl of soup. And I literally have to walk out the door in just a few minutes to go get Allison. So I love that I can make this recipe so incredibly fast. And because I do like the chunks, I am going to wait and throw my ham chunks in when it tells me it's ready, and I add my dill and my cheese. So this is it. I'm going to put my lid on. It'll beep to let me know when it's ready. and I turn it to the soup setting, and then I press start. And it is going to cook for me while I go pick her up. And when I come back and it's all finished, that's when I'll press cancel. I'll add in my 1 cup of shredded cheese, a tablespoon of dill weed, and then I'll mix that in real good. And then I'll add in my hand chumps and let it just kind of sit there and warm for a little bit. And then it'll be all finished. So I'll definitely show you guys the finished product. And I am dying to know, when you're not feeling good, are you like a soup fan? Do you have some other comfort food that you love? Hey Erica, thanks for watching. Let me know below. Talk to you guys soon. Bye. Hey guys, I'm back. So I just got back from picking Allie up from school. You can hear my blender. It's beeping to let me know that it's done. I'm gonna open it, and I'm gonna add my 1 tablespoon of dill. I personally think the Pampered Chef all-purpose dill mix is the best dill that I've ever tasted. I love it. I always have a bottle on hand. It smells amazing. It's great for dips, obviously. Really yummy in this particular soup, and I think it is the best dill mix there is. So if you haven't tried this, you need to. So I added in my 1 tablespoon of dill. Now I'm gonna add in my cheddar cheese. I'm actually using pre-shredded cheddar cheese. I typically get my cheese and shred it, but I obviously didn't feel up to that, so I'm popping it in, and I'm just going to pulse it for a little bit to mix it all in. And then after I pulse it, I'll pop in the ham chunks and let it just simmer for a little bit so that that warms all the way through. Makes it nice and creamy, and probably should have shut the washer door. You guys can probably hear that going. Now you can use, I have made this recipe with ham, leftover ham that we had from Easter, or ham that I've made. I just wanted some quick, easy convenience today since I'm not really feeling up to it. So I went ahead and bought the prepackaged ham pieces, which I'm clearly struggling to open. Really? And I'm just gonna let it warm. And then I can still have it nice and chunky. And it's all set. See how easy that was? And it totally cooks itself while I went and picked up Allie.